Welcome to TV Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: I'd be an eejit not to enjoy Oscars, Cillian Murphy. Fujitsu bosses paid £26 million during Horizon contract. From SpongeBob to TikTok, leagues and broadcasters using many methods to attract, retain young fans. Something for everybody, Atlanta Comic-Con brings fandom and fun to Georgia World Congress Center. This artist uses Sydney Harbor water to process film. It corrodes images, but that's part of her plan. I'd be an eejit not to enjoy Oscars, Cillian Murphy. BBC. Cillian Murphy has admitted that he struggles with being in the spotlight but will make an effort to enjoy the Academy Awards where he is nominated for Best Actor. The Irish actor, known for his roles in films such as 28 Days Later and Red Eye, has previously spoken about finding red carpets challenging. However, he said that having his wife by his side has been crucial in feeling grounded. Murphy also emphasized the importance of having a secure and solid base in dealing with fame. Fujitsu bosses paid £26 million during Horizon contract. BBC. Fujitsu UK paid its top executives over £26 million in the 25 years since the Horizon contract with the Post Office began, according to BBC analysis. It also paid over £11 million to former directors for loss of office during that time. The Horizon contract scandal centered around a flawed computer system that generated unexplained errors. Over 900 sub-postmasters were prosecuted, and the blame was unfairly placed on them for the system's errors. Fujitsu has apologized to the sub-postmasters and pledged to contribute to compensation. Research from the House of Commons Treasury Select Committee found that Fujitsu held £3.4 billion of contracts with various UK government agencies as of 2019. However, Fujitsu has said that it will no longer bid for public sector contracts unless requested to do so. A statutory inquiry led by Sir Win Williams into the Post Office scandal is ongoing. From SpongeBob to TikTok, leagues and broadcasters using many methods to attract, retain young fans. The Toronto Star. The NFL has found success in its partnership with Nickelodeon, which involves broadcasting games aimed at younger viewers. The initiative has been seen as a way to get children interested in the game early on, with the hope that they will become lifelong fans. The NFL has also partnered with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus to create similar themed broadcasts. The games have been successful, with the Nickelodeon games averaging at least 900,000 viewers, and the Toy Story game becoming the biggest live event on Disney Plus. The NFL has seen a 4% increase in viewership among ages 2 to 11, and a 5% increase among ages 12 to 17. Something for everybody, Atlanta Comic-Con brings fandom and fun to Georgia World Congress Center. Yahoo! The Atlanta Comic-Con took place at the Georgia World Congress Center over the weekend, attracting a diverse crowd of fans dressed as their favorite characters from movies, TV shows, and anime series. Attendees came to the convention to find rare merchandise, meet celebrities, and connect with like-minded individuals. The convention featured a wide range of activities, including autograph signings, photo ops, panels, and a cosplay contest. One attendee highlighted the welcoming and inclusive atmosphere of the convention, expressing excitement about meeting celebrities and seeing the incredible guest roster. Another attendee emphasized the impact that movies and TV shows have had on their life and interests, noting that conventions provide a great opportunity to connect with a community of people who share the same interests. The Atlanta Comic-Con featured a variety of celebrity guests, including actors from popular shows and movies such as The Walking Dead, Star Trek, Discovery, Sons of Anarchy, and Home Improvement. The convention also provided a platform for independent comic book creators and vendors to showcase their work and sell merchandise. Overall, the Atlanta Comic-Con provided fans with a fun and immersive experience where they could celebrate their favorite fandoms, connect with fellow fans, and meet celebrities. The convention highlighted the vibrant and passionate fan culture in Atlanta and showcased the city as a hub for geek and nerd culture. This artist uses Sydney Harbor water to process film. It corrodes images, but that's part of her plan. ABC. Visual artist Sammy Hawker is using saltwater from Sydney Harbor to help develop her film photographs, with the corrosive nature of the water adding an extra dimension to her work. Hawker's current project, Holding Space, aims to explore the creative possibilities of Sydney Harbor, from its sandstone bedrock to its colonial history, and the artist often collects saltwater from the harbor to use when processing her film. The water corrodes and marks the negatives, resulting in striking and unique images. The more that I continue working with different materials, the more I see that materials have memory or hold memory, and there's a kind of resonance inscribed within them of what has come before, says Hawker. The beautiful thing about being an artist is that, maybe there is no way I can scientifically prove that, but you can suggest it through working with the materials and showing the work. Grey's Anatomy to welcome back Jessica Capshaw as Dr. Arizona Robbins when it returns next month. CNN. Actress Jessica Capshaw is set to return to the TV medical drama Grey's Anatomy for its 20th season. Capshaw previously appeared as Dr. Arizona Robbins in 10 seasons of the show, acting in over 220 episodes. Her character, a pediatric surgeon, was part of a beloved couple on the show. Capshaw's return will spark speculation about the status of her character's relationship. Another character, Dr. Nico Kim, played by Alex Landy, will also be returning to the show. New faces on the show will include Natalie Morales, who will play pediatric surgeon Monica Beltran. Grey's Anatomy will return on March 14. Tortorella on rebuilding Flyers in playoff race. I want to see how guys react. Yahoo! Philadelphia Flyers coach John Tortorella is looking forward to seeing how his young roster will react entering the final third of the regular season, which will see them face off against top competition. The Flyers are in third place in the Metropolitan Division with a 67.4% chance of making the playoffs. Margot Robbie dazzles as YouTubers scoop top prize at AACTA Awards. The Sydney Morning Herald. YouTube stars Danny and Michael Philippou, known as Raka Raka, won the Best Direction and Best Film prizes for their horror movie Talk to Me at the Australian Academy of Film and Television Arts Awards, AACTAs. The film, made in South Australia for a budget of around $7 million in 2022, was bought by indie distributor A24 after its debut at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2023. It went on to take more than $140 million globally, becoming A24's highest-grossing horror film and second-highest-grossing film of any sort. Margot Robbie won the AACTA Trailblazer Award for her achievements as both producer and actor. Robbie also collected the international awards for Best Film and Best Actress for Barbie, which she both starred in and produced through her company Lucky Chap Entertainment. Trump, Putin, and a Sydney love child. I'd chat to Oliver Stone on any given Sunday. The Sydney Morning Herald. Oliver Stone, the renowned American film and documentary director, recently spoke with Australian journalist Peter Fitzsimons in an interview covering a wide range of topics. Stone discussed his experiences in Australia, including a surprising encounter with a woman claiming to be his daughter. They also delved into Stone's skepticism of official narratives, particularly in relation to the Vietnam War and the assassination of JFK. Stone expressed his belief that governments often lie to cover their own interests. The conversation then turned to Stone's advocacy for nuclear power, which he sees as a viable solution to reducing carbon emissions. Despite his liberal leanings, Stone supports nuclear energy and believes it has been unfairly maligned. He argued that nuclear power is safe and effective when used for peaceful purposes. Lastly, Stone discussed his views on Russian President Vladimir Putin and the conflict in Ukraine. He argued that the portrayal of Putin as a villain is largely due to propaganda and that the situation is more complex than it seems. Stone criticized the US and NATO for their actions in the region and their disregard for Russian concerns. He suggested that a more rational understanding of the conflict is needed. Taylor Swift's eras ranked from worst to best. The Sydney Morning Herald. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, a 3.5-hour live journey through her 10-album discography, has begun, prompting discussions about her various eras and which is her best. The article ranks her eras from 10 to 1, starting with her self-titled debut album in 2006, which is described as bizarrely mature songwriting and a stone-cold classic. Other eras discussed include Evermore, 2020, Lover, 2019, Red, 2012, and Reputation, 2017. The top spot goes to her 2014 album 1989, which marked the point where she became a bona fide pop star and featured hits such as Style and Blank Space. Swift's various eras are discussed in terms of their music, aesthetic, relationships, and key moments. The article highlights the evolution of her sound, her personal growth and self-determination, and her ability to tell stories through her songwriting. It also touches on her relationships, both personal and professional, and the impact they had on her music and public image. The article concludes with a mention of her current Eras Tour, which has become the highest-grossing concert tour in history and has catapulted Swift into an era of peak ubiquity. Well, it's your favorite eejit, the Sixth Doctor, here to bring you all the juicy news from the 6 Degrees world. And let me tell you, we've got quite the mix today, from red carpets to saltwater film processing, and everything in between. So strap in, grab your popcorn, and let's dive right in. First up, we have the talented Cillian Murphy, who's nominated for Best Actor at the Academy Awards. Now, Cillian might struggle with the spotlight, but he's determined to enjoy the Oscars. And you know what? Cillian? You deserve it. Soak it all in, my friend, and let that Irish charm shine through. Next, we have the Fujitsu scandal, where they paid their bosses a whopping £26 million over 25 years. Talk about a hefty payday. But don't worry, they're not getting off scot-free. Fujitsu has apologized to the sub-postmasters affected by the Horizon contract scandal and pledged to contribute to compensation. Karma's a funny thing, isn't it? Moving on, it seems the NFL is getting creative in attracting young fans. From partnering with Nickelodeon to broadcasting games with a Toy Story theme, they're leaving no stone unturned. And you know what? It's working. Viewership among the young ones has increased, and the NFL is scoring big. Looks like SpongeBob and TikTok have some competition. Now, let's talk about the Atlanta Comic-Con, where fans from all walks of life gathered to celebrate their favorite fandoms. From cosplay to autograph signings, it was a nerdy paradise. And you know what? That's what I love to see. Embrace your inner geek, folks, and let your fandom flag fly high. In the world of art, we have Sammy Hawker, who's using Sydney Harbor water to develop her film photographs. And get this, the water corrodes and marks the negatives, creating unique and striking images. Talk about turning a flaw into a feature. Sammy, you're a genius, and your work is making waves in the art world. Shifting gears to the small screen, we have Jessica Capshaw returning to Grey's Anatomy for its 20th season. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what drama unfolds when she makes her grand entrance. Buckle up, folks, because things are about to get juicy at Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital. And speaking of drama, John Tortorella, the coach of the Philadelphia Flyers, is eager to see how his young roster will handle the pressure of the playoff race. It's crunch time, folks, and the Flyers are ready to prove themselves. Will they sink or swim? Only time will tell. Now, let's talk about the AACTA Awards, where YouTube stars Danny and Michael Filippo took home top prizes for their horror movie Talk to Me. These guys went from creating content on YouTube to becoming award-winning directors. Talk about a glow-up. Keep shining, Raka Raka. And finally, we have Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, where she takes us on a journey through her discography. From her self-titled debut to her latest hits, we get to relive all the iconic moments. And let me tell you, Swifties, it's a show you don't want to miss. Taylor, you've come a long way, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Phew, that was quite the whirlwind of news, my friends. From red carpets to comic cons, and everything in between, the 6 Degrees world never fails to entertain. But now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on these stories? Do you have a favorite Taylor Swift era? Are you excited to see Cillian Murphy at the Oscars? Let's start a discussion, folks. Drop your comments below, and let's have some fun. Until next time, stay curious, stay entertained, and keep rocking those 6 Degrees connections. This is the Sixth Doctor, signing off. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.